Four friends, Henry, Heidi, Hamid, and Hazel, walk into an unfamiliar bar and notice that there is a table shuffleboard game. However, the bar manager advises Hazel that she mustn't play, but the others can. Why? Four friends, Henry, Heidi, Hamid, and Hazel, walk into an unfamiliar bar and notice there is a table shuffleboard game. However, the bar manager advises Hazel that she mustn't play, but the others can. Why?
Is this a true story? Because it sounds kind of like one of those...
It doesn't feel like a true story. It feels like something that the question writer has made up as a word puzzle somewhere, but okay.
It feels like a GCSE exam question, yeah.
It's, as far as I'm aware, a hypothetical situation. Yeah.
So the answer isn't something like sexism, you know?
Oh, we've got Heidi in there as well. You know, that's a fairly gendered name.
Oh, you're allowed one girl. It's no girls allowed, you see. So one is fine.
No, we've got Henry, Heidi, Hamid, and Hazel.
And Henry. So 2 girls, 2 boys.
Okay,
what do we know about shuffleboard?
Nothing.
Okay, so shuffleboard, basically, you have, it's sort of like curling that you see at the Olympics, where you like throw a little weighted disc along the ice and then someone quickly sweeps the surface to make it go really fast. But this instead happens on like a sort of long table that you might see in a bar, sort of like the kind of thing you might see in medieval times, people having a banquet around. And like the table in that painting of the Last Supper with Jesus. And you basically throw your weighted disc from one end to the other. There's some sort of sandy stuff along the surface to make the disc sort of travel better. And you're trying to get it as far down the table without falling off the sides or off the end. You got that?
And the next day, one of the people at the table betrays you. Got it.
They all play the game of shuffleboard after the dinner.
I think it's on the floor as well, usually, right? They're just kind of pushing stuff along with pushing the discs along with a stick.
Shuffleboard is usually with your hand, yeah.
And you want to try and land them in, you get most points for landing it in the end sort of section.
So I'm going to start out trying to think laterally and ask, is there something called Hazel involved in shuffleboard? Is that what the dusting on the table's called? So every time it's Hazel's turn, someone goes, Hazel, and then some shuffleboard attendee comes and puts loads of stuff all over the table and you're wasting all your Hazel. And so you're just like, Hazel can't play.
The table shuffleboards are made of hazel wood. And so she's not allowed to play because her name is the same as... I don't know where I'm going with that.
We'd keep sliding stuff on her face if she played shuffleboard, so she can't play shuffleboard.
So you're actually weirdly sort of very close. With that complete shot in the dark answer. But sort of then went down the wrong route by saying you're sliding pucks over her face. So...
Do we know everything we need to know about these 4 people? Is there something special about these that hasn't been mentioned in the question? Or is Hazel just a person?
Yes, there is something about them that would help you answer this question.
About the people?
Well, about Hazel.
Okay, so I guess there's something in the shuffleboard game that is called or is referred to as Hazel. So is the scoring system, is one of the areas on the board called a Hazel point, a Hazel score, a Hazel area, and then when you're trying to top up your points, it's Hazel's turn. You say, Hazel, you think you've just scored the jackpot and get 100 points? And actually, it's just Hazel's turn, so she has to leave.
It's not really anything to do with her name. But her name is a clue.
Okay, so...
Think back to what you said before about how you play shuffleboard and what you would use to play shuffleboard.
Your hands. Hazel doesn't have any hands. And so we're leaving her out. That's not very nice. Ableist, Jack.
Terribly ableist, yes.
Yeah.
You did say it earlier, actually.
Did I?
Yeah.
So Hazel is the name. Her name isn't important, but Hazel is important.
Her name, you could get it without her name. The name isn't really relevant, but like the question writer has put that name in as a bit of a clue.
Okay, well, Tom was talking about wood. Tom was talking about Hazel wood. So let's go there.
Hazel is also not just a type of wood.
It's also the color of Marge Simpson's eyes. Fun fact. There you go. Another one from me. Oh.
Hazel is not just a type of wood.
Hazel?
Sand?
So that is what you said earlier, and that is a lot closer to the answer.
Okay. So it's a sort of dusting. Oh, gosh.
Is it what the discs are made from? Or is it to do with the sand?
No, it's not what the discs are made of.
Oh, it's what the table's made from.
It's not what the table's made of.
It's what the sand is. It's the sand that you sprinkle, the sort of stuff that you lubricate the table with. Is it like an oil? An oil? Hazel oil?
Hazel oil. That sounds like a thing.
Very close with hazel oil, yeah.
Like a sap. It's like a sap. Oh, like you're like smearing hazel sap or something like that on the table. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, so sometimes they do use other things, but so this particular thing they use for the sand means that Hazel can't play shuffleboard.
Because every time they say, Hazel, it's your turn, and they call Hazel, they're going to do something to do with the shuffleboard. Okay.
Is Hazel allergic to something? And this is what they use for shuffleboard?
Yes, exactly.
What on earth do they use in shuffleboard that a person's going to be allergic to?
Hazel.
Pollen. Hazel? What? Oh my gosh.
Whatever hazel is, that's what they use.
You're going to be allergic to crustaceans?
So,
pollen? What else? Oh my gosh.
No, it's something that's crushed that's used as the sand or the sort of lubricant on the table.
Oh, wait, is she gluten intolerant or something? Is she like celiac and she can't touch?
She's
wheat
not
flour?
gluten intolerant. What is a common allergy?
Peanuts. Oh, peanut oil. They use peanut oil.
So she's allergic to nuts.
And they use nuts on shuffleboard.
Oh, ground up nuts as the... Oh, they use ground up like walnut or peanut shells or something as the dust. Hazelnuts. Yeah. Hazelnuts. Oh my gosh.
Brilliant. She's named after the thing she's allergic to. That's so cruel.
We're gonna seem really stupid, but I promise you, when you're sitting here and the question's asked, your brain just does not connect the word hazel and the word nut to the word hazelnuts. All right, for some reason, that just did not connect.
In the last time we were on this show, Tom, there were all these comments going, I was screaming at the screen the whole way through. How did these idiots not get it? That's going to be one of these clips. We're going to get screamed at.
You try sitting here, all right? If you're watching, you try sitting here and just what you know what I'm going to take away from this question is the fact that thousands of people have just been listening to this and just yelling the word nuts out loud repeatedly.
Oh, wow.
For the last 2 minutes.
And you were so close right near the beginning. I thought we were going to get it in about 2 minutes, and then you went, you're sort of dancing around the answer.
They use hazelnut oil or hazelnut?
They sometimes use different materials, but there's this sort of rough sand that obviously helps the puck sort of slide along the table and protects the polish of the table. And there's a brown version of this sand that they use, crushed up walnut shells, actually, usually. But she is allergic to nuts. The bar manager would have asked them if they had a nut allergy, and so she couldn't play.
You can't play some types of table shuffleboard with a nut allergy. That's amazing.
There's another apparently another type that uses dry cornmeal and silicon beans, so silicon beads. So if you're allergic to nuts, you can use that type of shuffleboard topping.